Excited. Micah, first to you, what made you make the decision of wanting to go on to Love is Blind?
Yeah. I felt in my heart that I was ready to find my person and kind of start a journey with. I love traveling. I've always wanted just like someone to travel with and, start making these memories. And this was just a great opportunity to try something different. And I took it.
Tiffany, to you, what was it about Brett that made you initially intrigued by him?
Yeah, honest, sincerity. He was genuine. He's just a good person. Has a good head on his shoulders, and I like that he didn't have everything growing up. I think that just shows that he's a resilient person. So that's why I chose him.
Micah, what was kind of your plans heading into the pods?
My plan was just to be myself. I know a lot of people, I feel like we're maybe taking it really, really seriously. It's a very serious thing. But I wanted to be myself. I wanted to show my personality. And if I clicked with someone, I did. If I didn't, then that's okay too. My person wasn't there. So I just try to stay true to who I am and be genuine.
Tiffany, what's something you learned about yourself throughout your time on Love is Blind?
Oh my goodness. I'm glad you asked that question. I think it's more of not having to always be on or having to be perfect. I just had to be real. And in order for me to be real, that's how I was going to find my person that's going to accept me for me. So I think like the first day or so, I was like kind of nervous and I was like, I have to present my best self. But no, that's not what this experiment is about. It's about showing up as your true self. And that's what I did. And yeah, I found Brett.
Micah, to you, how hard is it for that transition, right? You're in that bubble, right? You're in a bubble for a little bit of a period of time, but when you transition home, what's that kind of like for you? And of course, the relationship that us, the viewers, don't get to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's completely different. You don't have, the cameras around as much. You get to actually go back to work and start doing the boring things, going grocery shopping, hanging out, watching TV. It was actually a lot better for us. I'll be honest. I think Paul and I are a little better off camera. I think it allowed us to be ourselves and kind of relax. And I know Paul is he thinks a lot through what he says. And I think being able to just like take a deep breath and just kind of relax and, not have to think so hard. I think it was really good for us. But of course we did run into challenges in the real world.
I love that. I love that because the perspective of watching it, you get that, what you said at first, but understanding your perspective now, it makes me respect it a little bit more. Tiffany, I have to bring up the sleeping incident. You know what I mean? I just have to. Just take me behind your thought process, like after you wake up, like what happens in your head? And did you think you ruined everything?
Yes. Oh my goodness. So that was probably it was very close to when we were having to make decisions on if we're going to move forward with an engagement or not. So it was just it's not like one of my finest moments. It was just that it was a long day. It's hours of talking. It's me just like revealing how much I truly cared about this person. So to fall asleep in that moment, yeah, I took it hard. I'm like, man, I have a way of just messing things up. I fumbled the ball at the 2 yard line.
I love it. It was just a funny moment. Obviously, a moment you'll look back on it and it'll be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Micah, to you, so many people have questions about being able to quote unquote fall in love in these pods. But understanding the show, watching it, and knowing that you have so much time with another individual, do you still see the pods the same way? And do you still believe that love is blind?
Yeah. You are put in that pod for so long, you're forced to have all these conversations that you normally wouldn't have, not for weeks and months. So it makes sense that the timeline is so expedited. I think, Paul and I, we told each other, like, we love each other. We didn't say we were like, oh, I'm so in love with you. I loved him as a person in and out. And, after we were able to get in person, and build those other aspects, we were able to, fall in love with each other. So I absolutely do think that love is blind. Yes.